CII Telangana రాష్ట్ర వార్షిక సదస్సులో భారత్ బయోటెక్ ఎండి కృష్ణ ఇల్లా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారం ద్వారా చూద్దాం.
I will give you 3-4 examples of Bharat Biotech innovation as a startup. I was a startup in 97. I was not a big company. I was a startup from agrarian family. And at the same time, what Telangana government is encouraging the startup, what will happen next 5 years. I'll give a few examples of ours. And I think first new molecule from the world, typhoid conjugate vaccine, came from Bharat Biotech and that from Telangana. Okay? And after the separation of the state, the first new molecule came from Telangana, typhoid conjugate, first time in the world. And that has completed a human challenge in Oxford and effectiveness studies in 6-7 countries all over the world. And that speaks that the innovation can happen from India. Many people will not believe that because no Indian company copies. That's what the perception always we have in our mind. Please change that mind. It's happening differently now, today in the world. And I'm telling you, chikungunya, we are now funded by CEPI, which is the phase 3 trial in Thailand, Colombia, and Malaysia, and the Philippines, and India. And funded by CEPI, and that will be the first vaccine in the world, again from Telangana. And third, Zika vaccine, first global patent in the world. Why I'm saying this one? We are the only company as a startup believed in the neglected disease will turn into pandemic in the future. And we've been working right from the inception of the company that any day neglected disease will be a pandemic and we need to be prepared. So coming to my conclusion of the speech is very simple. And I think Telangana is well prepared to handle any pandemic in the future much better. We are also developing, a lot of other Indian companies are developing a lot of platform technologies. I predict that next pandemic, if it comes, it will be in the animal side on food security issues, if at all happens. If it happens, we don't want that, but if it happens, the likelihood is probably the food security will be another limiting factor which we should look at it. And I think as a manufacturers, as a state, I think we are well prepared than anybody else. I think you look at a containment facility, biosecurity, containment, BSL-3 facility, only first one in the world is right in Telangana, right in Shamirpet, right in Genome Valley. That speaks that we are the first facility in the world. We are even better than Wuhan lab is only a lab. It is not production facility. So the first production facility is right in Telangana. I think we are geared up as a country, as a state. And as a state, and I'm telling honestly, I'm proud to say that in front of all the people here, government never interfered. They were there all the time. Even when I had some problem with the TSIC on some assigned land, they said, we'll come and help you. We'll help you. They came directly to us, I'm telling honestly. Company people are lethargic people. I've seen one thing, I'm telling you. Company people are lethargic today. Company people become complacent. And employees also become complacent. Yeah, if you push the game, I'll leave this job and go to Aurobindo. And Aurobindo will push him, you go to Reddy Lab. So you people have taken strategy, but government is not like that. Government is sincerely committed to things, but I think as industry, we are still not serious a lot of things. And I think we need to get serious on issues, what is required, what happens in our organizations, what happens to our human resources, and what goes wrong with our human resources, our inefficiency, should be looked at very seriously instead of looking at the government inefficiency. And that is very important. And I think startup is an amazing strategy by the government has done. And I think we'll beat any state in the world probably in the next 2-3 years. And number one. Number three, I think people CII should focus on agriculture and food processing industry. Very important because we predict India is the only country can feed the world. And I think in that game, agrarian requires help. And I think we all want to be comfort zone in the 5-star hotel in Kakatiya and all that. That is what we are looking at it. And I think we need to look at everybody has got a CSR responsibility to help an agrarian community. This is only time in the pandemic, only agriculture has never grown down. It has grown up. And I think the Indian farmers have done a tremendous job to the country's progress. And I think we are grateful to all the Indian farmers of this country. What we can add value to the producers? How can we add from Nizamabad turmeric? How can we add value to that? And how can we export 20-30% of the turmeric to other part of the world so that the market price of turmeric can go up in Nizamabad? And I think we are all entrepreneurs, genius people. And I think you need to look at strategically and put small. If you can't do the business, you put your money into some startup who can do the job. It's not that you have to be selfishly do everything yourself. You can do with some other partnership. I think look at it, partnership is the only game to succeed, and I wish you luck. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Krishnaila Garu, for your kind this thing. Having worked with GSK and working with CIPLA, I can fully appreciate what you have said. And we'll continue to work on agriculture, you being agriculturist yourself. So may I now invite Mr. C.K. Ranganathan to deliver the special address. Over to you, C.K. Yeah, please. Excuse me. C.K., you are on mute.
Thank you, Samir. Honorable